So then after we finished the recording, I don't know how soon after it was, but like I got this email from this random like company, and the email said like, "Hey, do you and Bim want to start a podcast?" Bim, do you remember when we got the email? It was
Yeah,
terrifying.
it was so weird because like I don't know. Well, I was really grateful first of all because I didn't know how to put on a podcast. These people know what they're doing. Like they can
Exactly.
like help us and stuff. Like we're not completely on our own. Yeah.
It was just like a little. How did they know? First of
Yeah,
all,
how did
how did they know? How did they know? But anyway, it just feels so
but
weird to like be recruited like that.
yeah, I feel special. I feel like we have something special here, like
We
someone.
got we got something great going on, and it's just
Mhm.
it feels so surreal that like it all started in that random day in the auditorium in like
Mhm.
November, and then now here we are in March, like recording the
Our
first
first
episode of
episode.
like this random project that we're starting. Apparently, I mean, God knows how long this is gonna go on.
Yeah.
However long they keep stringing us along, I guess. I don't know. It's up to them. It's in their
I'm
hands.
excited. Yeah.
And now that we're in like quarantine indefinitely, we got another email from like the company that's doing our podcast or whatever, and apparently they're angry that Bim and I don't know each other very much. I don't really understand where they were going with that one.
Well, yeah, I mean, we kind of, yeah, we kind of just, like, know each other through school. Like, you're, like, my school friend, so, like, I can kind of see, like,
School friend?
well, like, I never really see you outside of school, and, like, rehearsal, a theater friend. You're my theater
Okay,
friend.
okay. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, it makes sense, but it's also like kind of confusing because it's like, we're pretty deep in it now. We're episode
Yeah.
5. God knows how long this is
Right.
gonna go on, and it's like you want us to take BuzzFeed quizzes.
BuzzFeed quizzes.
BuzzFeed quizzes. I mean, I'm happy to do it. I'm sure we'll have fun, but like it's like
Right.
BuzzFeed quizzes.
BuzzFeed quizzes?
Who?
Really?
No, I don't. Anyway, whatever. Let's just get this over with.
Whatever. And hypothetically, if we had a podcast,
Hypothetical, all hypothetical, of course.
purely hypothetical,
Up in the clouds.
right, yeah. We would have like this, I don't know, like this company, like this like corporate company, like just kind of telling us, like sending us emails, you know?
Yeah, telling us what to do. Like this team of producers, that are kind
Right.
of, puppeteering the show.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? We call them corporate.
Corporate.
That's what we call
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
We call them corporate.
Yeah, and as much as I'm excited for this, like, quote, faith beef or whatever, I don't know, like, what it's gonna lead to. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like it'd be much easier to just stay friends with it, but it's whatever. It's what corporate
Just
wants.
like
I
to
don't even
like,
care.
yeah, just like because it's kind of cool, like having someone like reach out or whatever, like a podcast, and then be like, have corporate be like, yeah, no, that can't happen, you know? But like,
It's whatever. I mean,
It's
what?
fine.
I trust him. Like, it's probably gonna be fun in the long run, and I'm bitching about it now, but like, it's gonna be
Right.
fine. It's gonna be whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it might make it a little awkward for a little while because like we don't actually get to
yeah,
be real with these guys, but
exactly. We don't get to actually talk about them. Everything is just gonna be, fake.
yeah, all like for the bit, you know.
They've
Which,
developed
I mean,
they've developed a genuine interest in our podcast, and we said, you know what, beef. Doesn't really make sense,
Right.
but we have to go with it, I guess.
yeah, I mean, corporate knows what they're doing.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, corporate knows.
Of course they do.
Yeah,
They've, would we be here without them? Who knows? Like, who knows what would have
yeah.
become of that fateful day, in the auditorium. Bye, Grayson.
Bye, Grayson.
Bye,
See
thank
ya.
you. Bye.
Bye.
My God.
Wow.
We kind of
messed
screwed
up.
that up.
We messed
kinda screwed
up.
that.
We messed up.
I mean, we did everything we could.
Yeah. We gave him the cease and desist letter.
We simply
Just
gave
like
him a
corporate
cease and
asked.
desist. I don't
get
get
it.
it. Do you
Like
think this is gonna be bad for us?
that corporate's not going to be happy. I know that. They didn't want us to be
friends.
But
okay, they didn't give us very, very specific instructions as to how to avoid what just happened. They didn't help us out at all. They just said, don't be friends. And expected us to improv our way out of it.
Why would they?
I don't understand why we couldn't end the pot a day this way. I don't understand. I don't get it.
This was supposed to be... Man, now... Whatever. We're just gonna have to... I guess...
Deal with the consequences.
I don't know.
And then they started talking about next pot a day, and there's gonna be another one? Another one? The expectations for us are just gonna be so much higher on that one. It's it's just...
Corporate would probably be... Yeah.
I don't know how to go about this.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Whatever, I guess.
We'll see what happens. I know it's only been a week, but it's so weird to, I don't know, do this again. It's fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really happy. I don't know. It's weird doing our own podcast separately.
And it was not that it was separate, but it was so separate. We were in different states. We uploaded. Yeah. It was just too independent for me. It was weird.
Yeah, having to edit it on my own. I didn't get to send you the thumbnail. I had to make it just for me. I don't know.
It was just...
It felt wrong.
It was less of a team effort. It was just... It felt empty.
Yeah.
It felt like we weren't recording a podcast. It felt like we were doing our job.
Right, yeah. But, I like recording a podcast with you. I'm happy we're back.
This is so much better. Ugh.
Yeah.
What are they going to say?
They're going to be so mad. Oh, my God.
Yeah, because, the whole reason we just, we fell off in the first place was because of the circumstances we were put in by corporate. So, I don't...
Right.
They were very adamant about the fact that they didn't want us to get back together because 2 podcasts is better than 1.
But, they don't understand that 1 podcast with us together is better.
Exactly. See, there are some things that corporate doesn't know, and there are some things that we know better. Right. We've been in this industry for a very long time now, and I think it's time we finally, I don't know, do what we want to do.
Exactly. They just put on our podcast.
Yeah, they don't. We do all of the heavy lifting.
Exactly.
Yes.
What do they know?
What do they know? Simply, what do they know? It's whatever. Anyway, but yeah, I hope this doesn't come back to bite us in the butt.
That'll be fine.
You do realize they're probably gonna try this again, just later.
We just gotta look out for it,
We have to know when it starts. I feel like we've got a good handle on it now.
Mm-hmm. We just have to make sure they don't actually tear us apart.
Yeah, but I feel like that's so unlikely to happen because I feel like we're able to figure it out now. We're able to.
Yeah, we know. We're in the know.
We're in the know. The higher ups, they got nothing on us.
They don't even know.
They don't get it. We're with it. Anyway.
We're with it.
Do you want to go get Beethan so we can start?
Yeah. Okay. Give me a sec.
Wait, what's this weird box over here?
Oh my god, Charlotte, it's nail polish.
Bim.
Charlotte.
Did you get that very angry email that I got?
I did get a very angry email.
Oh my god, guys, apparently corporate does not like the Tea Time Tuesday idea.
Not at all.
They do not like it.
Angry.
One bit. I don't understand why, because I think it's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a good way. It's a good creative outlet,
it brings all the stuff that they don't like us to bring into our podcast and gives it another place to go.
Yeah.
So I don't understand what they don't like about they've always had a grudge against Boy Oh Boy, so I'm assuming that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. But they're probably mad because we're doing this on our own. They have no part of this.
This is true. So, this is our own aspirations, and it's fully our idea, and there's no way that they can, I don't know, take the claim on it like they did with BM&W. But,
right.
I don't know. I feel like we're still going to do it.
Well, yeah.
They didn't say in the email, guys, like, they didn't say that we couldn't do it. They just said that they didn't want us to. So I feel like
They were just mad.
they're just a little cranky.
A little pressed.
You know what? Corporate had a few too many Krabby Patties. She's a little on the catty side today. But it was just weird. And, like, the wording was
why are they so mad?
Why are they so pressed? And the wording was so, like, business-like and official, but still, like, you could feel
really
the tension.
passive-aggressive.
Yes.
Like, very passive-aggressive.
Yes, very passive-aggressive.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
What do they gain out of us not doing Tea Time Tuesday? It's only going to give us, like, more stuff to kind of... I don't know.
Exactly. I don't know. They're just dramatic, honestly.
You know what, guys? I'm sorry. I can't leave this without talking about it. If I seem, like, really weird out of it today, I have had the most horrible week imaginable.
I literally... I can't believe corporate would make you come in after...
It's criminal!
Literally, it is actually criminal.
It's criminal. Guys, I, like, fully killed a deer. Just, like, it's dead. I dragged it for miles with my car. I had to walk by it, like, 3 times, decapitate. It was bad. Okay, it was a bad experience. And then the next day, they expect me to hop in the car and drive an hour to record a podcast with them. I was like... No, can't we just do it virtually this week? Like, I don't want to have to drive all the way there. And they're like, no.
I have no idea why. Like, you did not have to be here. Like, for your own mental health. Like, you did not have to be here.
I know. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they hired the deer just to add more drama.
Honestly.
They're, like, sitting in their little office, and they're like, you know what?
Wouldn't it be funny?
Hypothetically, you know? Let's add a little bit more fuel to Chargle's fire. Let's just make this a whole lot worse for her. And you know what?
Right.
Corporate, if you guys hired that deer, I applaud you because you guys did a great job at making my week just miserable. Thank you very much. So yeah, then after the events of last week's podcast that we do not talk about, it was just a bad...
We do not talk about
it was just a bad, weird... I don't know.
Globby episode.
It's quite the globby episode. But I woke up this morning to an email in my inbox, and it was just a list of... It didn't have anything in the subject line. It just had, like, a list of things. Topics, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I guess this is, like, the topic list for the week? They've never done this before.
They've never done this, and it's weird because they only sent it to you.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't I get that email too?
Like, I've made my fair share of lists, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But never have they been handed to me.
Right.
With no context whatsoever.
Yeah, just a list of just things.
Yeah,
like,
and it came at such a weird time because, like, yeah, we often have, like, off episodes, but it's like, you know, in SNL when they have, like, good sketches and bad sketches? We just have bad sketches sometimes.
Exactly. Like, sometimes, like, this podcast isn't always going to be perfect, no matter how hard corporate tries to make it perfect. Like, it's not always going to be perfect.
That's not how podcasts should be, and even if it is how podcasts should be, that's not how BM&W should be. BM&W was built on bad audio, technical difficulties, and boring episodes. That's our life's blood right there. That's the journey we need to keep going on. And, like, every day I feel like they're trying to take us off of that and make us, like, this, you know, same old podcast like that everyone else does.
But, like, we're not that, you know?
We're not. Like,
we're
they
something
keep
special.
trying to put us on this track of, like, topics.
Yeah.
And, of
but
course...
what if we don't want to do topics?
Of course I love topics. Sometimes topics are good. Topics such as makeup. Makeup, I just love makeup.
I love makeup.
But if we had a topic for I love makeup... we wouldn't be able to say I love makeup over and over 80 times. And sometimes that's just an outlet you need to explore.
Yeah. We just have to... We go through the bad episodes and the good episodes on our own. We don't need someone telling us what to say all the time.
Yeah, and I feel like this list, like, gives me, I don't know, a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. Because, like, it just makes it feel so them. Like,
forced.
Forced.
Yeah.
It makes us feel like every other podcast, and I feel like this could be my superiority complex talking, but we're not.
We're not.
Like, we don't
We are not
just
any other
just
podcast.
talk about all the pop culture stuff. Pop culture.
Pop culture.
Like, we just talk about random stuff, and I think that's really, like, what we need to keep
Focus
tapping
on.
into and
Yeah.
focusing on. But, like, I don't. This is weird.
I don't know.
This
It's
is
weird.
What did you call me?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I just. I don't.
Okay.
I don't
Alright.
know.
I think I'm done here.
No.
All right.
Bim. No. Okay.
Replace me.
Bim. No. Wait. Bim. Bim. Come back.
What?
I wasn't supposed to tell you this, and you cannot tell anyone I told you this. The reason why I was, quote, interviewing people to replace you was it was because corporate, like, told me to.
What? Corporate told you that?
Yeah, so you know, after, like, the Globby episode or whatever, how they gave us, like, a list, and, like, it was just to me and it wasn't you?
Yeah.
They would, like, keep doing stuff like that, and I would just imagine that they were also sending you other stuff, but I guess through our conversations...
get anything.
Exactly. Through our, like, conversations, I guess, I just realized that you didn't get some of the stuff that I was getting, and... At one point, it was, like, very clear what they wanted me to do. And they're like,
So, did they tell you or just, like, hint at it?
They started hinting at it, but then they flat out just said, like, we want to replace Bim. And I said,
And
obviously, I was like, absolutely not. But then, like, they kind of planted the seed in my head of, you know, all this stuff we just talked about. And I kind of believed it, and I guess I still do, but I think you deserve to know.
okay. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Like, why?
Yeah.
We said we were gonna look out for this.
We did, but that's not it. That's not all.
That's not all.
So, you know, after we interviewed Huma, we talked about how, like, he wasn't on the podcast as much, and we, like,
Mm-hmm.
we didn't really understand because he's been here the whole time.
The whole time, yeah.
So I, like, started to listen back to, like, clips of our other episodes, and you know how JC did, like, the whole, like, quote, lore book thing or whatever?
Right.
JC did not mention corporate at all. Like, he has...
Oh, you're right.
He didn't mention, like, corporate, and I didn't realize it until I listened back to that one episode where, like, it was after I hit that deer. After, like, my first intense October moment.
Right. Yeah.
After that, I went on the podcast and I, like, talked about, like, you know, something, like, about how I didn't want to come and do the podcast or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember so specifically, like, talking about...
No, I remember this too.
Exactly.
Corporate hired the deer.
Yeah, the corporate hired the deer joke, you know, like, and we've said it
I
many
remember
times
that.
since then.
Yeah.
That's not in the podcast.
At all? You listened to the whole thing?
It wasn't there.
That's weird. What you edit the podcast, right?
I edit the podcast.
But, like, when then we send it to corporate, do you know, like, if they edit things out?
I don't know.
Do they have that ability? Like,
they're the ones who upload it. I send them, like, the final draft, the hypothetical final draft. Like, I combine video, audio, boom, send it to corporate, and they're the ones who upload it. And they usually upload within, like, the next 15 minutes.
right.
So it's like anything they... Like, if they cut it out, do they have time for that? Like, they have such a quick turnaround.
I don't know. That's so weird.
It's really, really weird.
I don't know. That's...
So now I'm just thinking of all the times we have talked about corporate to our audience.
Yeah.
How many times have they actually heard us talk about corporate?
Definitely never.
Definitely not.
There's no... Corporate would never let us... They would never let us.
They wouldn't let it slip. Like, I feel like the whole illusion that we have going for us is just we're two girls who started a podcast, and I think the corporate element messes with it.
Yeah, it makes it seem like we're not as authentic.
Yeah, it makes it seem artificial, manufactured, and I don't know. It's just fucking. It's just weird. It's just weird.
It's weird.
It's weird. Yeah. They always do weird shit, and it's stupid.
It's annoying. I'm tired of it. And they're trying to, like, break us up again.
For what?
And for what?
For what? So they can have 2 podcasts because, 2 podcasts is better than 1. You can make more money. It's twice the amount of ads. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I'm not doing another episode of the W podcast, even if my life depended on it.
Yeah. The BM podcast is never coming back.
I know.
I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's just... Don't record anything. Don't do anything. If they're dependent on us recording something, just don't.
I mean, well,